weeks, we've noticed a very large incline in number of patients. We are doing things a lot different than we did 4 or 5 weeks ago. We are managing much more critically ill patients in the hospital at a much larger volume that we've never seen before. Now we're managing a lot of patients on the floor using methods like high-flow nasal cannula, which is a way of not being on a ventilator, but providing enough oxygen to a person to keep them alive, which in the past, we would have already upgraded them to the ICU, and they would have been at that higher level of care. We're taking care of a lot of those patients now on the floor. I'm taking care of the sickest patients I've ever seen. I think that one thing that people should know is that there's this idea that young people can't get sick, people in their 20s and 30s, and I've seen people on the brink of death in the hospital being very sick. It's hard for me to kind of still see that people think it's a hoax when the numbers show otherwise, and I think that they'll continue to increase as far as the numbers go, and I think that what you hear is the death rate is low. We have to think that a lot of these patients are admitted to the hospital for 2 or 3 weeks, sometimes a month, and then there's really nothing that we can do for them, and they often pass away. So that death rate can be false hope, because you have to wait 2 to 3 weeks until you see who survives and who doesn't. So it's hard to believe that people still think it's a hoax. We're hopeful that people will listen to the experts' advice, but if they don't, then it's only going to get worse.